Okay, so we are on our last episode of Make It Meat Monday, and it is a special treat. I've got the idiots behind me. There we are, the monkeys. We are doing steak night. Now, it's a special treat because we don't normally eat steak at home, really, to be honest. But as no one's going out to eat, we are bringing steak night to the home. And we are cooking with proper steak from a farm shop that is only 3 miles from my house, and it's their own beef. So we are talking about a really locally sourced meal. So we're going to be cooking steak. So if you just want to wait while these nut jobs here, we're going to be doing the prep in a minute. Take a look at where I got it from. This is filmed at Tortworth Farm Shop. So have a look at Simon showing us the steak, and we'll be back in a bit. Okay, so this is the final episode, if you like, of Make It Meat Monday, and we're finishing on a high note here. I'm at Tortworth Farm Shop, and I'm about to get some steak, some locally produced steak, produced by the Ball family. Simon Ball is behind me. He's going to get me my steak. I'll have a quick look at the meat counter first. Sorry about the mask. I'll have a look at the meat counter first, and then we'll have a chat with Simon, okay? So there we go, look at this. This is a good chance to see a wide selection of meats here. We're going to start with the sausages. Grain-fed chicken. So we've got lamb here. Look at these, Barnsley chops, there we go. Rolled shoulder of lamb. Lovely. Lamb steaks. There is the pork. Pork steaks. Boneless pork chop, rolled pork. Look at this. And here we are, this is my little bit, the steak section, brisket of beef there, silver side, and we've got prime rib of beef, chuck of beef, and we've got Simon.
Hello.
Simon.
Again.
So I filmed you the other day talking about the shop. Now I'm going to grab you now and ask you to talk a little bit about the beef you're selling. Perhaps you could explain, it's your beef cattle, isn't it?
It is our beef. It's the reason why we set the farm shop up. My parents farm about 800 acres, and we have about 500 head of beef cattle, prime beef as well as beef from the dairy industry crossed with commercial beef, and so we rear them from day old all the way through to finishing completely, grow all our own crops and all our own bedding, fodder, the lot, and then we just get it slaughtered and we bring it back to here.
Right.
2 animals a week.
2 animals a week,
two
right.
animals a week, and then we try our hardest to sell it to you
Wow.
guys.
So you're going to sell me some stuff tonight?
I am going to sell you some
But you've got you've got 2 options on the go. And just chatting to you earlier, this is going to be interesting. So what have we got here on this, first of all?
So I've got a couple of things to sell you and for you to try. Firstly, we bring all of the beef back here as full carcasses, and it gets aged for a minimum of 3 weeks,
right?
And can be up to 5 or 6 weeks.
So I was just ask you about the aging. Not everyone really kind of understands. Okay. Why do you need to age beef? Why can't you just cut it and go, right, we'll eat that straight away?
Okay, so aging beef starts to relax the meat by it breaking down. It starts to break down, so the connective tissues, the sinews, will start to degrade and deteriorate. And the meat also takes on a maturity in its flavour. As it gets older, it dries out and loses its moisture, and the intensity of the flavour increases. And so after 3 or 4 weeks or 5 weeks, a lot of the connective tissues have started to break down. But in a very controlled manner in refrigeration, so we're not letting it decompose. We are managing it so we keep it safe.
Right.
And so after that period, then the eating quality becomes a lot better. You have a better flavour, a better texture, so you don't get tough chewy meat. It should melt in your mouth. And that is all down to the aging and maturing process that we use. Yeah.
Right. Brilliant.
Minimum of 21 days.
Yeah.
So here. We have 4 main prime steaks.
Yeah.
Ribeye steak, sirloin steak, fillet steak, and rump steak. The ribeye steak is what we call the butcher's favourite.
Right.
It's the only steak that comes from the forequarter.
Okay.
The rest comes from the rear end of the animal.
Okay.
And the ribeye steak
look
itself
at that.
comes out of the rib of beef.
Yeah.
And it's the eye muscle within the rib of beef. And so this eye muscle's been taken out.
Okay.
And this is what I'm going to give you, Richard, to take home to try.
Right, fantastic.
And as I say, it's the butcher's favourite. It's my choice always
Is it?
for a steak.
You don't always see ribeye steak available, do you? It's quite often a sirloin or a rump, isn't it?
Quite often people go for sirloin or rump or fillet if they want something quite lean.
Yeah.
But you need the fat.
Oh,
You
I
need the
totally
fat
agree
to help cook and baste the meat whilst it's cooking.
Totally agree.
On a ribeye, you will get a little bit of fat left
Yeah.
after the cooking. That some of this will remain, but most of that will melt away. We do a steak night, or did prior to COVID, and it's always our top seller, the ribeye steak. Now, I'm going to cut you, without you choosing your size, I'm going to cut you 3 steaks.
Okay.
And Richard, I want you to go home and I want you to cook them like this. I want you
Right.
to have a really hot
This
pan.
is what I need to know, yeah.
I want you to have a very hot pan.
Okay.
I want you to put your steaks on a plate and let them come down to room temperature.
Okay.
Give them a bit of seasoning, a bit of pepper. Don't put any salt on until just before cooking.
Okay.
Once they're down at room temperature and you've got a really hot pan, put that steak in that pan. Don't move it. Leave it for 3 minutes.
Any oil in there or anything?
No oil
Just as
at
it
all.
is. Okay.
Keep the pan dry, or else you get a lot of smoke in the kitchen and you don't want that.
Okay.
3 minutes on that side.
Yeah.
4 minutes on that side. Don't
4
move
minutes.
it around in the pan. It
Right.
needs to caramelise and get a nice brown.
Right.
Sugars within the meat
Okay.
need to create a nice brown crispy coating on one side. Once you've done 3 minutes and 4 minutes, take it out and just leave it to rest
Yeah.
for 5 minutes.
Okay.
And don't eat it before 5 minutes.
Really? This is
And
really
that's it.
interesting.
And that's your steak cooked.
Wow.
You're going to have 3 of those.
Yeah.
Now,
That's fantastic.
I'm also
What
going
we got
to give
here?
you here. This is skirting beef, traditionally used for steak pasties.
Okay.
And there's several different cuts of skirting
Yeah.
beef. Basically, they are the muscles, the flank muscles from around the body, around the belly. And this piece here is called goose skirt, like the bird,
Right.
goose. And it's really good for a quick flash frying steak.
Okay.
And so I'm going to give you one of these. You can see how lean that is.
Yeah.
Traditionally 4/4 meat. Supermarkets will just mince this and sell it as mince.
Right.
And it's not really utilised very well. Down in Cornwall they use it. It is the key ingredient for Cornish pasties.
Right.
I want you to take that one home and cook that the same way.
Same way. Okay. That's going to be interesting.
It's half the price of that steak.
Okay.
And so, if you're wanting a quick sandwich steak,
Yeah.
something with a bit more economical value, then it's definitely worth speaking to your butcher over the counter and speaking about some of these other mussels that can be cooked.
Do you know, Simon, this is what I think is really interesting coming to yourself and when I went to Mike Perry at Alveston, is that a lot of people, when they're only used to going to the supermarket, okay, and everything in the supermarket is already pre-done for you and you just pick up the pack and you don't speak to anyone. So when you first go to a butcher and stuff, you're a little bit maybe intimidated and not quite sure, you know, what you go, oh, I don't know what that is, oh. And actually, when you speak to someone like yourself, you're able to tell people what options are out there, but also, like you just told me, how to cook it and stuff, which is a very important thing. Because even for, you know, to be honest, I don't do a lot of cooking at home, and my wife would be glad that I'm cooking this, but she'd also be glad that I know how to cook it.
Absolutely. We're here to help. We're here to guide you through and
Yeah.
talk about all the other cuts that you don't always see anywhere else. And we're here to inspire you a bit as well, really,
Yeah.
to try something new.
Yeah.
We don't want you wasting your money, and we
Yeah.
definitely want you coming back. So we're not going to sell you anything bad. Right, there's your free
Wow,
steak,
look
Richard.
at those bad boys! Can't wait for
Full
that.
of flavour.
Wow.
And I'm just going to stick that one in as well.
I'll taste the beer to you when I have those. Right, I'm going to. So, I've got my steaks from Simon. I'm going to be going back. We're going to have these for tea tonight. We'll be doing a Make It Meat Monday steak special, and we'll be trying the 2 different steaks, and we'll report. Stay watching, and we'll see how they are. Thank you, Simon. Thank you. Okay, so that was me up at Tortworth Farm Shop the other day. I've told them to be quiet now, and now they're taking it to extremes. Can you manage quiet?
No.
You can't, for sure. Hang on, what about Bonkers Man?
Oh, drink and alcohol.
Oh, it's still with us. Right, so we're going to be prepping for this. We are actually, what we're going to do, we're going to make our own chips. So we're going to make chips in the oven, because we haven't got a deep fat fryer. Someone's got to peel the onion, because I want some onions with my steak. Who's going to peel the onion? Are you going to peel the onion?
Cool onion.
Okay. And we're doing potatoes first. Okay, so let's get peeling on these. Okay.
Oh, look
What we got? Just normal potatoes from Tesco. These aren't local. Sorry about that. These are from Cornwall. That'd be okay. Can't have everything local all the time. Right, so Spuds time. Let's get on. Let's crack on. So we've given the potatoes a scrub. This is going to be interesting. You've decided we're going to do skin-on potatoes, aren't you? And you put them in size. Let me on. Word of warning here: be very careful with knives. How are you going to do this, in Jack? What do you think?
Just gonna cut down
Okay,
the
I
middle.
don't think our knives are that sharp actually. Okay.
Yeah, if you put them on the side.
Yeah. Oh, very good, Master Chef.
Dice them like this.
Yeah, quite chunky.
Side.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
It's a decent
We want that's
Can I
that is
try?
perfect. You can do so in a minute. Yeah.
You can start cutting that one if you want.
Yeah. Don't cut your fingers off.
Wait, how is it?
They look really
Like
good.
that?
That is perfect. Now you stick those in there. We're gonna. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
cut 'em.
hang on, Harry. Stop. Bit chunkier. That's about it. That's it. Chunky chip. Don't cut your fingers off. Mum will
Master
never
Chef.
forgive me. So what we're going to do with this, we're going to just parboil them a little bit. And parboiling means just to boil them up to soften them a little bit in the middle. And then we're going to roast them in the oven in some oil. And then I'm going to do the steaks, because these will take a bit longer than the steaks, I think. So we'll be back in that in a minute to look at the chips that the boys are making. Hopefully they'll all have their fingers. And then we'll be cracking on. In the meantime, I've got the steaks up here, over here. I put them outside, put them out in the room to get to room temperature, as Simon suggested. We'll be doing those in a bit. Oh, beauties! How are we doing? Have you still got all your fingers?
Jack, are they too skinny?
No, that's fine.
No, but
Oh, that's all right.
two.
We'll just chuck it in. Be all right. Be all right. It's not exact science.
That's the perfect size.
That's a perfect chipper. That is. Look at these. Perfect.
Master Chef.
Now for the big boy, look.
Oh, you cutting that one? How are you going to do that one?
I
Is
think
that?
I've got a very big one here.
You might want to put it on its end and.
There you go, Jack.
Now to get this end.
More chippies.
Can you push down with the knife?
Yeah. Right, we'll be back in a minute. Right, we're back on this
Cut.
now. We're on the last take. We've done quite a lot. You've done well there, boys.
Look at Harry cutting.
Okay.
Apparently it's really good.
Oh, Harry, you are a master chef, aren't you? Very good, mate. Call you the funky chef-er, won't we?
Yep. Done.
That's it. Oh, look at this. Well done, boys.
You must admit I'm pretty
That is good teamwork. Right, so we got a lot of potatoes. We're just going to little boil. I might have put too many in the pan, but that doesn't matter, does it? Dad's cooking. What could go wrong?
A lot.
Right.
to be honest.
Don't
So-
say that.
We've done the potatoes. We're going to get those going in a bit. Who's going to do the onion?
Me.
And I want to see someone crying.
Me. It's really hard for me to cry, so let's see.
Is it?
100%.
Right.
100% yeah.
Hang on,
Okay,
we
then
gotta-
how do you do this?
We got it right. You're going to have. Don't rub the knives together. That does not work. Don't
does.
do that.
That's
Right.
Jack's brains.
Give me what I need.
Right.
I need
One
stuff.
at a time. You've got to take the top off the onion. You need to hold it like that. And you need to
So I'm going
chop.
to cut it for him.
You
'cause
do
he
it,
don't know how to
yeah.
do that.
Okay.
You cut it.
Those
do
knives aren't
that.
very sharp. Right, that's it. Let's chuck that
And
away.
then do the bottom bit.
Who's going to start crying first?
Oh, I can smell it already.
Can you? You won't feel anything, and it has suddenly hit you. So you need to peel that.
Okay.
Ooh!
It's not a good idea to sniff an onion, is it? Eh?
Wait, how do we do it?
Peel it first. Peel the. Let me have that a minute. Peel the
have
brown.
that.
Peel the brown
Peel it.
off.
Peel all the brown stuff off.
Peel all the. Oh, I can feel it. Smell it now.
Wow.
I love the smell of onions
Hmm.
on a summer's morning,
Is it a summer's morning?
on a strange evening.
On a winter's night morning.
Yeah.
Not really a morning, but okay.
Right.
Okay. Good work there, Harry.
It's hard to peel.
It is.
Won't come off.
Okay, so I'm going to have to confess, we haven't got great kitchen equipment here. So I've got 2 frying pans we're going to do the steaks in. They're not the best, but they'll be okay, I think. So we're going to do the onions in a little saucepan. I'd normally fry them, but I'm going to do them in a saucepan because I don't think we're going to have space otherwise. So we'll be, well, Harry's going to be doing that.
Not crying.
How are you getting on?
He's crying a lot.
I'm not crying.
Well, you won't start crying until you start cutting it up. Right,
Go on, buddy. Cut it, buddy.
be
So how
careful.
do you-
Sorry.
How do you cut it?
Right,
You go like that.
put that down there.
Why is it that way?
I wonder whether I should do it.
No.
Right, well, it doesn't really matter. You can cut that in half. Cut it in half, that's it. Can you manage, Harry? Right,
Boom.
and then
Woo.
slice it like you like to slice the potatoes.
That way.
Yeah. That's it.
No crying.
Sounds like Jack's struggling over there. Good work, mate. Okay.
I should become your chef.
You should, and then we could just put them in the pan. I think we can.
I'm not crying.
He's not crying. He's doing well. You
Look at
cry.
his eyes.
Ooh, God. Ooh. Right, you can put them in the pan now. And then we'll put a bit of oil in with those later, and then we'll have those as sort of fried onions.
Told you it's hard for me to cry.
They're actually not. They're not very strong. These onions. Sometimes onions do really make your tears go, but these aren't too bad.
What's
Right,
that bit?
that's a little stalk out in the middle where it grows. If you put them in the ground, they would grow. Right, we have onions. We have potatoes.
And we have me.
Let's
We'll
make
be
some
back
chips.
in a bit when we've sorted the rest out. And I've just put these two in their cupboards.
Really, I didn't realise.
Which cupboard do you want to go in?
I'm not going in that one.
I'll go in the one in the lounge.
Oh, it's just gone quiet. I've got a couple of minutes on my own here. Right, so I'm putting the chips on. Here we are. Boiling those away. I should put those on. These can go on. There's no rush on those. So we'll give those 5 minutes or so in there. They'll be in the oven. I'll put the oven on now, ready. Let's get that up, nice and hot, and then we'll get those on, and then I'll think about my frying pans. Okay, so I've just given them a quick poke. I think they're ready now. Just turn that off, and we'll put those in the oven tray. Okay, just put a bit of oil over these. Get them nice and coated in oil. Look at that, lovely. Okay, back in the oven. Okay, so I'm leaving those in the oven until they start browning, and then I'll start cooking the steaks. Okay, so I've done as Simon said. I put a bit of pepper on them. I'm going to put a bit of salt on in a bit. We're nearly ready to go. I must confess, I'm a little bit nervous about cooking these steaks because A, they're really good quality steaks and I don't want to mess it up. But B, I'm no chef. So, and really, as Mike Perry said, the Lord, was he said that God gave us the meat, the devil gave us the chef. I might be the devil tonight because I'm not 100% confident at cooking, but Simon to give me some good instructions. So it's 3 minutes on a really hot pan on one side, 4 minutes on the other side. So and then rest for 5. So we're going to be all right on that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, people. This is going to be a good steak night. I'm not advocating drinking, but I thought I'd give myself some Dutch courage to make sure this goes all right. Got myself an Otter Ale, another local beer. I should start trying all the beers around the country, shouldn't I, really? If any of you have got a local brewery you want to get in a video, send me some beers. I'll try them throughout the year. This is Otter Ale from... where are they from? Honiton. Well, my mate Gary lives in Honiton. That's really close to where he lives. Right, so cheers all. Let's get on with the steaks. Crack on. Got me on steak and alcohol. I'm not advocating drinking, but I thought I'd give myself some Dutch courage to make sure this goes all right. Got myself an Otter Ale, another local beer. I should start trying all the beers around the country, shouldn't I, really? If any of you have got a local brewery you want to get in a video, send me some beers. I'll try them throughout the year. This is Otter Ale from... where are they from? Honiton. Well, my mate Gary lives in Honiton. That's really close to where he lives. Right, so cheers all. Let's get on with the steaks. Crack on. got me on steak and alcohol. Hey, organised chaos here. So I've started on my onions and my peas. So I'm just going to get them ticking over so that I can carry on with the steaks. What am I burning? Right. So we're going to get on with the. I'm putting my pans on. Sorry, multitasking. Typical bloke, can't do it. I'm putting the pans on the rings. I've only got my rubbish cheapy frying pans. So I'm going to stick these on. Hot pans. Oh, we haven't got a very good kitchen. You probably noticed we've got a very 1970s kitchen here, which is what my parents put in, with no cupboards. That's why we got the IKEA cube behind, and the very doddery looking pine kitchens, and the old cooker and the Rayburn that doesn't work. So we are going to be putting a new kitchen in, maybe this year. I don't know. It depends whether we got the time. But in the meantime, I'm making do with what we got. And also, I haven't got very good kitchen equipment. Oh, I don't know how well that's going to fit on there. Right, so I'm going to get the steaks on when those pans are warm. I am juggling a lot of things here. And I said I'm not a chef, but my phone's beeping a lot. Right, we'll get the steaks on. I'm really looking forward to these steaks. They look really wonderful. Let's have another look. Look at them. Got the pepper. Look at them all. Look. So these are the ribeyes, as you know. And this is the skirt. You can see very different texture, not much fat. This would be really interesting to see the difference. So the kids are going to share one of these, and me and Sam are going to have one of those. Wow, so let's put those there. They're up to room temperature. I got nowhere to put anything, so look, go next to the beer. I'm half a bottle down. Might have another one when I have my steaks. Let's put those in a bit, when these pans are up to temperature in our doddery kitchen. Right. Okay, so we've got another edition of Funky Farmer MasterChef. Right, I'm going to go in with this. I think these are pretty hot. I can feel the heat on the pans. I'm putting these in now. Oh yes, you can feel that. Sizzle. Right, let's see how we go with this. Right. Because there's not enough room on the pan, on the ring. Let's hope that works. There we go. Searing the juices in. Lovely. I quite like a pink steak, or rare steak. Now, I know my wife likes her meat quite well done, so what I might do is actually leave her steak on a little bit longer than mine. I'll take mine off. But, oh, I can't wait for this. Harry, are you coming and inspect the steaks? What, do you want to come have a look? What do you think? Don't push it, it's very hot.
Very red.
Yeah, but it's not cooked on that side. You've got to flip them over. Okay? Yum, yum, yum. So what have you been doing? That's for you. Well, one of these for you. We're cut in half, you see.
Why is that one in there?
That's one to try as well. It's a different sort. That's a ribeye, and this is skirt, I think it's called. We're going to try the two, see which is tastiest.
Okay.
Right. All right, thank you, Harry. What's that over there? While we're waiting for the steaks to cook, I think Harry's got something to show us. What is that?
I had a plan.
You've got about 1 minute, and then I've got to flip the steaks over.
Yeah,
So you have to be really quick.
I got a plan for my 13th birthday.
Yeah.
And
Why 13th?
because I need to save up.
What are you saving up for?
I'm building a massive farm.
A massive toy farm?
There should be I should hopefully buy them.
Oh, look at this.
See, it all lines up together.
You've been working really hard, Harry.
So it has labels on there. So that's the small dairy shed with the track going out to the fields. Then we have our small silage pit.
What's that say? Pete? What's
Pit.
That? Pit. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I forgot to put the eye on it.
No, that's,
and then there's the milking parlour, which is all the way down there.
Oh, okay.
It's a rotary parlour, and then you got the collecting yard.
Oh, wow.
And a little track going down there, and the big shed, but only half of, well, a quarter of that.
So that's your plan for when you're 13, to make the massive sheds and
It's
stuff.
in the middle attic.
Is it?
Hopefully I should have a video
I think
of
it
that
might
when
be-
I get my YouTube channel.
Okay. Well, Harry's farm or whatever. Right, I better turn my steaks over. Thank you, Harry.
You're welcome.
I'll give you a shout when it's ready.
Yeah.
Right, let's turn these over. They are smelling lovely. Oh, do you know what? It's just got that nice aroma in the air of a cooking steak. Really interesting the fact that Simon said put the pan on really hot and put them straight on, because you know, personally cooking at home, I'm never quite sure how to cook a steak really. Probably do it under the grill normally. I wouldn't have done it in the frying pan. And but it just seemed to work really well. It's sort of searing the top of it. And I think you can probably get a proper steak pan, which is probably something that I probably should have, but didn't plan this that well. But you know, isn't that what it's all about in lockdown? We're all trying different things, we're all having a go at stuff. You know, I normally eat steaks out because I always think, can I cook them at home really well? Well, I'm having a go tonight, and it's great. Ooh, smells lush, as they say. Crack on. As Simon said, put them to one side to rest. So I'm just going to leave these in the table here. Look at those beauties. It's quite interesting to see. Everyone's got a different idea of what a good steak should be. Personally, I like mine rare, really, and I always say rare, really, because I sort of really like medium rare. But I tend to find if you go to most restaurants, if you say I like a rare steak, it'll end up medium rare. Whereas if you end up with medium rare, it usually ends up well done. So I like mine with a bit of juice and blood in it. But Sam, my wife, likes it well done. I'm sure the boys would prefer it well done. Everyone's got their own idea of what a good steak should be like. But it's not just about whether it's rare or medium, it's whether it just tastes nice, isn't it, really? And I'm pretty sure these are going to be lovely. Oh, look at them. I think these are the most locally sourced steaks I've ever eaten, actually, because it was about 3.7 miles or something. Not as a crow flies, but as I drove up there. So that isn't far to the farm shop, and the farm is next door. So pretty incredible that you can get some meat that is just that close. Grass fed, of course. So you know, you ain't got to worry about your all the things that are in it that aren't good for it. You know, like soya or something. And it's very different from American beef, isn't it? Because they use hormones, and they also do a lot more sort of soya-based meat growing. And if you think about some of the vegan options, they include palm oil, and these do include soya. And also, I don't think they're probably locally sourced. So you kind of got an argument there about impact on the planet. You know, it's not always about what you're eating; it's about where it's come from, isn't it? Right, just waiting for my chips, I think, really, and the meat to rest. 3 minutes. We're ready to go now. The monkeys are here. Sam's just coming in a minute. I think she's had enough of you two mucking around, didn't she?
Yeah.
Who was mucking around the most?
She clicked my back.
Right, brilliant.
Free time.
Who's taking over filming while I get the chips out?
Jack.
Can you just take the camera, Jack? Come on. Right.
Side.
Right. What do you think of they? Are they alright?
Looking fried delicious.
Fried delicious. Right.
Fried to perfection.
Microwave to perfection. Tell Mum that it's ready.
Go tell.
Peas.
They look nice.
Okay. Right.
Hello, Mr. Man.
I don't suppose you'll eat a whole steak yourself, will you, Harry?
No, probably about
We'll
half.
share one. Okay. Right, so I'm going to start serving this up. There's a steak for Mum. Okay, now shall I cut you a steak, boys? What, half each?
Half each, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 2 forks.
Probably very wonky camera.
Oh, it's cutting really
Condition.
well.
Look at the meat, Harry. Put it on the meat.
Okay, it's a steak for you, Jack.
Look upside down. Look at
Nice.
that, Harry.
Ow.
Steak for you. That looks good, doesn't it?
Yum,
Steak
yum,
for Dad.
yum,
I'll have
yum,
these
yum.
both on my plate and look after them. Okay?
Mostly they'll be gone in a minute.
Yeah, would you want to try a little bit of this other one as well?
Okay.
You can just try a bit of that.
Look the same.
Well, they're very different. Okay. Sam, could you get some stuff to serve out the
Mrs. Cornock.
chips? Put that down. Right, we'll be back once we've served up, I think. Oh, that cuts really well.
very, very pink.
How you doing, Harry?
Good.
How you doing, Mrs. Cornup, with your new pigtails? Steak night pigtails?
Yeah.
Enjoying the steak?
It's lush.
Brilliant. Enjoying it? Harry's chopped his little bits. Alright? You like a steak, don't you, Harry? Well, this is great. I'm going to carry on eating. Cheeky chip. Let's just try a bit of the skirt steak. Put that down. I seem to have still got 2 forks. This is underneath. It's a different texture and slightly different flavour, but still very enjoyable. I enjoy both of them actually. And this is how I like it, it's a bit pink in the middle. So, that is our final Make It Meat Monday with the steaks. Fantastic, lovely, locally sourced steaks. Thank you very much to Simon Ball from Talkworth Farm Shop. Really appreciate you letting us have these steaks. They are gorgeous. Have a look on their website, you can look them up, Talkworth Farm Shop. But in the meantime, if you like a bit of steak or you like a bit of meat, don't be ashamed to eat it. Anyway, we're coming back to you with some normal farming stuff. And in the meantime, these boys are saying goodbye.
Right.
The cheeky monkeys. Did I hear some funny noises then?
Yeah, as we're squeaking.
Yeah. Are you alright, Mrs. Corn? how's homeschooling going?
Oh,
Don't
God.
do it.
Happy to have a family meal with steaks and these 2 nut jobs. See you soon. Thank you all. Make It Meat Monday. Cheers. Steak night.